In 1858, the scientist Antonio SniderPellegrini published an interesting book. In it, he expressed his observation that the continents of the world look as if they'd fitted together at some point in a large jigsaw. These ideas have been propagated over the last 50 years or so with the concept of continental drift or plate tectonics. But this slow-scale process is not what Pellegrini had in mind. Pellegrini was a Christian and believed the book of Genesis to be true. And his ideas were ignored at the time because people were already moving away at that time from biblical concepts of geology with the publication the following year, 1859, of Charles Darwin's Origin of Species. Pellegrini noted, though, that in Genesis chapter 1, God says that he gathered the seas into one place. The implication, therefore, would seem to be that the land was in one place also, in one continent. Today we think that the crust of the Earth must have split open in a mechanism that we call catastrophic plate tectonics, which helps explain how the flood may have come about. In Genesis chapter 7 we read that the flood was started by the opening of the fountains of the deep. As the crust opened then, water from beneath the crust, and the seawater maybe as well, would hit the mantle and would be superheated. This volcanic activity is the fountains of the deep. But the water would have been thrown into the atmosphere at supersonic speed and would have created a storm pattern over the entire globe, with water falling over the entire globe, and this is probably what's meant by the windows of heaven. So this mechanism gives us an explanation as to how the flood could have started, and the continents would therefore have moved apart very rapidly while still submerged, with the current continental pattern probably emerging underwater within about 40 days of the beginning of the flood.